Well, first up on the bulletin, Tamil Nadu has witnessed an unprecedented political change with Chief Minister Vijay taking over the reins. But there's also been an ugly side to this change. The end of Dravidian duopoly didn't just alter the electoral math, it also seems to have unleashed a terrifying wave of sexism and misogyny. Today we are going to tell you the tale of two women, Trisha and Kirtana, one an established superstar, an actor in her own right, and another a young cabinet minister sworn to work for the state of Tamil Nadu. Both of them have one thing in common. They have been subjected to intense trolling and sexism, not because of their work or profession, but merely because they are women. It's not criticism over their merit, it is only their Mahila status which seems to have sparked off this misogynist troll wave. In fact, in the latest which is coming in, there's a video which has now gone viral in Tamil Nadu. This shows a young woman dressed in all black stepping out of a car in Western gear. It's a simple video. It could be anyone. It could be any one of us. But here's why it went viral. An army of social media trolls claim that this was Tamil Nadu's Industries Minister S. Keerthana. In fact, their comments with the video just intended one thing, to point out that the minister was flaunting Western wear, as if that is a problem, to wear Western wear. They attacked everything, from her character to her appearance and personal life, attempting to paint her as being unfit for public office, even though that is not Kirtana as per Kirtana herself. The point is, wearing Western wear makes you unfit for public office? Don't all men wear Western wear? Isn't trousers, shirts, isn't that Western wear? Does it make every man unfit for office as well, to help and serve the people? These questions are never asked to men, only to women. But never mind the girl in the video. Who's this girl? It does not matter at the end of it. Kirtana has taken on the trolls who lashed at her allegedly for wearing Western clothes, to call out this misogyny. They are saying that policing a woman's clothes is the oldest political tool. It is never used against women. Remember, it is only used against women. What they are wearing and not about their merit. But unfortunately, this is the life of a powerful woman who lives in this sexist society, where even being a mantri doesn't mean that she can be saved from this misogyny. Unfortunately, this is not the first time that Kirtana has been targeted. Remember, previously as well, she has been targeted by even top DMK leaders. There are those who are saying that Udayanidhi Stalin also referred to her as a real mantri. She's been trolled for the way she speaks, the way she dresses, the way she handles TVK social media, with the question being, is she a simple and easy target only because she's a woman? And of course, Tamil Nadu has been seeing Trisha being trolled relentlessly. From her appearance at the Independence Day to attending Vijay's oath-taking ceremony, just known to be close to Chief Minister Vijay. First, let's tell you what exactly it is that Kirtana has said. When this video started going viral, she started getting trolled. She came out and said, it's not me, but what if, even if it was? Listen in.
ஒரு வீடியோ போட்டுருக்காங்க. நான் ஒரே ஒரு நிமிஷம் காமிச்சிடுறேன். அதாவது பொய் பிரச்சாரம்னா எப்படிலாம் வந்து சாதிக்கலாம் அப்படின்னு நினைச்சு இப்ப தினமும் சனி ஞாயிறுனா அவங்களோட வேலையே இதுதான். இன்னைக்கு நான் பொய் பிரச்சாரத்தை காமிக்கிறேன், நீங்களே சிரிப்பீங்க. யார் போட்டிருக்கா தெரியுமா? இது EPS 24/7 ப்ளூ டிக்கோட வந்து போட்டிருக்காங்க. யாரோ ஒரு பொண்ணு இந்த மாதிரி ஒரு அரைகுறை ட்ரெஸ் போட்டுட்டு கார்ல ஏறுறாங்க. இந்த வீடியோ எடுத்து போட்டு இது யார் என்று தெரிகிறதா? எதுல? EPS 24/7 ஒரு அபிஷியல் பேஜ். ஒரு பெண்ணை எப்படியெல்லாம் இழிவுபடுத்த முடியுமோ திமுகவும் அதிமுகவும் மாறி மாறி இப்ப இன்டர்நெட் எல்லாம் இப்பதான் போடுறாங்க.
So this is the tale of two women, Trisha and Kirtana. They are being targeted from what they wear, what they do, what they say, what they don't say, and what they don't wear as well. From their appearance to the Independence Day event to attending Vijay's oath-taking ceremony you've seen how Trisha has been targeted just to level political scores with Chief Minister Vijay. She's been used as a political tool. And it's the same now with Keerthana. Now remember, DMK's mouthpiece, Murasoli, has also questioned Trisha and have launched a sharp attack. In fact, we're going to tell you what how Trisha was being discussed in the mouthpiece of DMK. It says that Vijay is on a flew in the wind. This is regarding what had happened on Independence Day. Shamelessly made the actress sit in the front row. Goes on to say Chief Minister and the actress saluted each other. This is open indecency. Committing acts of indecency openly. How will people accept this? These are the kind of personal statements which are being made by the DMK against the Chief Minister. But all of this by the mouthpiece of DMK over the attendance of an Independence Day, an innocuous Independence Day. Trisha, of course, appeared to have become a recurring target when it comes to the political crossfires over Vijay. Let's tell you a bit more. Remember, in February 2026, Vijay should come out of Trisha's house is what Naina Nagendran of the BJP had said. He was later forced to apologize also about it. Then later on, you had this Anita Radhakrishnan, a DMK leader, who said Vijay spends more time at Trisha's house. Again, these personal attacks dragging in Trisha, who is not even a political contender or a politician. Then later again in June, you had Ariyappan, another DMK worker, who says Vijay's son can find him at Trisha's house. There were similar statements. Only Trisha can meet Vijay at 12 a.m. is what RB Udaya Kumar had said of the AIADMK. These are just some of the sexist attacks which were lobbed. So the question is, while Kirtana is being targeted over her accent, her mannerisms and more, and not her work, Trisha is being targeted when she's not even in politics. Cutting across party lines, watch how she has been dragged into politics simply to target Vijay by the political rivals.
எங்க தண்ணி வருதோ இல்ல அங்க தண்ணி வரணும். காவிரி சொன்னேன். எங்க தண்ணி வருதோ இல்ல அங்க தண்ணி வரணும். காவிரி சொன்னேன்.
ஜான் ஆரோக்கியசாமி, விஷ்ணு ரெட்டி அவர்கள், ராம்குமார் அவர்கள் அரசின் ஆலோசகர்களாக நியமிக்கப்பட்டுள்ளார்கள். இதே போல நம்ம முதல்வர் விஜயின் அன்புக்குரியவராக அன்னி திரிஷா மேடம் அவர்களை எப்போது தமிழ்நாட்டினுடைய துணை முதல்வராக நியமனம் செய்து அறிவிப்பு வெளிவரும் என்று அதிர்ச்சியோடு ஆவலோடும் காத்திருக்கிறது அன்னை தமிழகம்.
So it's unfortunate how women, be it Trisha or be it Keerthana, are being used to target Vijay. Is sexism the new political tool? Let me go across to Dharani. She's joining us live from Chennai. Dharani, it's unfortunate the kind of attacks which are coming out. Even Keerthana has spoken against the misogyny that she has been facing. But this is shocking, isn't it, Dharani? After all, Tamil Nadu is a state where you've had women leaders like Jaya Lalita, who've ruled with an iron fist that women today are being denigrated just because of their gender.
Well, even for Kirtana itself, this is not the first time she's being targeted by trolls. A couple of months back, when she first assumed the charge of the industries ministry, she put out a video on her social media platforms seeking investments. So at that time, she was wearing a suit and she was also donning a nose ring and she had free hair. At the time itself, trolls targeted her over her choice of clothes and over her choice to wear a nose ring and leave a free hair. She gave it back to the trolls, telling that she has to be judged based on her performance in the industries ministry and not by her mannerisms and her choice of clothes and other ornaments. And for a second time today, once again the same trolls are targeting Kirtana, and this time a viral video showing a woman resembling Kirtana is being shared across all social media platforms. In this video, the woman can be seen stepping out of a car and she is wearing a black color western dress and she has free hair. These trolls are assuming the woman in the video to be Kirtana, and they are targeting Kirtana using vulgar remarks and misogynistic remarks. Kirtana has once again come out and given it back to the trolls. This time she says that every week a video trying to demean her is surfacing online, and this is mostly from the supporters of the DMK and the ADMK. Every weekend they're coming up with something to defame her, to demean her, and this is what they do to women in politics. This is happening beyond political party lines, and women should not be judged based on their appearance or their choice of ornaments or clothes. They should be judged based on their work only. Is what Kirtana is trying to say.
It's merit, not gender, which really decides if a person's suited for this job or not. But thank you so much for joining us, Dharani, with all those details. But with that, let's move on in the bulletin. A political row has erupted over what happened behind the scenes at the Modi-Trump meeting on the sidelines of the G7 summit. Well, US Ambassador Sergio Gore claims that MEA had one request. India's MEA, External Affairs Ministry, had only one request ahead of the interaction. That is to allow the media in, but no questions must be asked of the Prime Minister or President Trump. Well, according to Sergio Gore, he conveyed that preference to President Trump, who initially agreed and said that's fine by him. But after Modi and Trump delivered their opening remarks, Trump then turned to the journalists and asked any questions, and Gore says that opened the floodgates of what followed to be an almost 45-minute media interaction. Well, the Congress now has seized on those remarks to target Prime Minister Modi, asking why. As it puts it, the Prime Minister is afraid of questions and alleging that even abroad, the government wanted to avoid an unscripted press interaction. MEA sources now have responded as well. They say that discussions over arrangements of leaders' public appearances are normal ahead of any VVIP visit, and the Indian side had simply communicated its standard practice for such engagements. Let me go across to Akanksha. Akanksha, very interesting what the MEA has given in its explanation. Does it categorically deny that such a communication was made to the American side?
Right, Beggar, there has been no denial as such, because if you go by what the government sources are telling Times Now, that discussions regarding arrangements for public appearances of leaders are normal practice just ahead of any VVIP visit. In this regard, yes, the Indian side communicated its standard practice for such visits. So according to the Ministry of External Affairs, the standard practice perhaps was that, the media can be present and they need not take any questions. And even though questions were not taken, it raises quite a few pertinent questions. Is the US ambassador implying that the Indian side did not want to entertain any press questions? What happened? Why did the US president not adhere to the MEA's ask? Did he forget it, or did he deliberately overlook the request that had been floated by the Ministry of External Affairs? This certainly has led to a lot of ammo for the opposition to now direct its attacks, as we've already seen those attacks being directed by, say, the likes of Shama Mohammed from the Congress Party.
We'll keep tracking the developments on that front. Thank you so much. Interestingly, this is developing in the political corridors of India as to what really happened during the G7 summit. But with that, let's move on in the bulletin. There's some breaking news which is coming in. Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath has launched a sharp attack on Rahul Gandhi, the leader of opposition in Lok Sabha. This over his remarks on the Manu Smriti. Well, Yogi Adityanath has accused the leader of opposition of disrespecting India's traditions and constitution while hitting out at the Congress over issues ranging from Lord Ram to the emergency and its stand on national security. Watch this.
पिछले दिनों इस रायबरेली के सांसद श्री राहुल गांधी जी के एक बयान को पढ़ रहा था। ये महाराष्ट्र के अंदर उन्होंने एक बयान दिया। उन्होंने बयान दिया कि महिलाएं मनु स्मृति के बंधन को तोड़ करके अब बाहर आ जाएं। राहुल जी एक राहुल गांधी के रूप में आपसे देश बहुत अपेक्षा नहीं करता है, लेकिन भारत की संसद में, भारत की सर्वोच्च पंचायत में नेता प्रतिपक्ष के रूप में आपको देश के लोकतंत्र के प्रति जवाबदेही बनाता है। आपने भारत के संविधान की शपथ ली थी। आप भारत की परंपरा को, भारत की विरासत को कोसना अपना जन्मसिद्ध अधिकार समझते हैं। मनु को जानना है तो आप अथर्ववेद पढ़िए, सतपथ ब्राह्मण पढ़िए, मत्स्य पुराण पढ़िए.
Let me go across to Adi Walter, who's joining us from Lucknow. Adi, very interestingly, it was supposed to be Smash Patriarchy, a movement against misogyny, but now Manu Smriti has given it a Virasat wala fight, and that is the peg that Yogi Adityanath has picked on, saying he doesn't need to fight the entire Virasat, the history of India itself.
Well, certainly, Meghna, see, when Rahul Gandhi was speaking in Pune, he was speaking about the patriarchy system, and then he went on to speak about on Manu Smriti, and now Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath, while he was in Raebareli, the constituency of Rahul Gandhi, he attacked Rahul Gandhi, saying that whenever Rahul Gandhi is not in Uttar Pradesh, he is going to attack the Uttar Pradesh, and in fact, he is saying that the women should break the shackles of the Manu Smriti, and whenever he gets an opportunity, he starts insulting the Sanatan Dharma, and now he is insulting the heritage, the culture of the Uttar Pradesh and the country as well. And in fact, Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath went on to target Rahul Gandhi, saying that if he is not in India, he is going to target India, he is going to speak against the country. And this is how the Chief Minister has hit back at the Rahul Gandhi during his event. What the remarks was made by leader of opposition Rahul Gandhi in Pune. Now we have Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath, who is attacking Rahul Gandhi over the remarks that he made in Pune. Meghna.
Well, keep tracking the developments on that front. Thank you so much, Adeep, for joining us. But let's remind our viewers, what was that statement that Rahul Gandhi made which sparked this political row over his remarks on Manu Smriti? Let's remind you how Rahul said that in places, women under the authority of their husband and their father and their sons at different stages of life, he called the words a shame and said that women do not belong to anyone. The BJP has hit back, but this is the original remark of Rahul Gandhi, which has led to this massive war of words with Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath as well.
So you are either a mother or a wife or a daughter. And I'd like to quote over here the Manu Smriti. Manu Smriti says, in childhood, a female belongs to her father. In youth, she belongs to her husband. When her lord is dead, she belongs to her sons. A woman must never be independent. This is a direct quote from the Manu Smriti. And these words are a shame.
Well, that, of course, is one of the biggest political fights that we're going to be tracking for you here on Times Now. But for the time being, let's move on in the bulletin. Tell you about the drug factory which has been busted near Karnataka-Maharashtra border. Well, it was allegedly operating under the guise of a poultry farm. Well, Maharashtra's anti-narcotics task force has raided the facility at Hajagoli village. This is in Kolhapur district, where drugs were being manufactured and then supplied across Maharashtra, in Goa as well as in Karnataka as well. Investigators have seized these drugs, chemicals as well as equipment which was collectively valued at approximately 1.13 crore rupees. This includes 208 grams of narcotic substance. 7 people have been arrested so far, including 2 from Karnataka's Belagavi district as well. So the big question that investigators now are pursuing is whether this was merely a manufacturing unit or one part of a much larger interstate narcotics supply chain. Who financed it, who distributed the drugs, and how far does this network extend? Let me go across to Akshara, who's joining us. Akshara, if there is this narcotics manufacturing unit and then being distributed across at least 4 states, this has to be part of a much, much bigger scheme. Can you tell us what the investigators have found?
Well, you see, based on a tip of the anti-narcotic unit of the Maharashtra raided this particular unit. Now, remember, this particular unit that has been raided was working as a poultry farm in the disguise, and following which the raid was conducted, MDMA was recovered from this particular unit. We are also getting to learn that this could have been a possible manufacturing unit that is being run in the guise of a poultry farm. Right now, 7 individuals have been arrested, out of which 2 are from Belgavi, and the police are also stating the fact that the drugs that have been manufactured and stored there were distributed to 3 states, Goa, Maharashtra and Karnataka. Now it has been busted, and also further investigation is underway to find out if any other individuals are involved, and this is part of a larger network that is going on here in the state of Karnataka and also in the parts of Goa and Maharashtra as well. Now remember, a couple of days back you had the Southern Chief Ministers Council zonal meeting that was taking place. In this as well, this was one of the key factors that had been pitched by the Chief Ministers of different states, that there is an interstate drug mafia network that is taking place. From Karnataka as well, the Priyank Kharge, the Karnataka Home Minister, also pointed this fact, and they also told that they must step up the vigilance and try to ensure that this distribution of drugs is put to an end, and also the various manufacturing units must be raided, was one of the call that had been given in this particular meeting as well. So right now the latest development is that this particular manufacturing unit has been busted, and the drugs amounting to 1 crore has been seized, and further investigation is underway.
Keep tracking the developments on that front, Akshara, because this is just the tip of the iceberg. We expect a whole larger net of this nexus of drug manufacturing and suppliers to be cracked as well in the next few days. But with that, let's move on in the bulletin. And this is a big breaking news which is coming in. Sensational news. More than 30 lakhs in cash has reportedly been found at the house of an elderly woman who lived by begging. Yes, by profession she was a beggar, and they found 30 lakh rupees of cash in her house. This woman has been identified as Hur Unisa. She lived alone in a rented house in Guttalu locality after her sister died 2 years back. Neither sister had married, and the 2 of them used to live together, after which her sister passed away. Following Hur Unisa's death due to age-related illnesses, locals reportedly found over 30 sacks containing cash at her house. Around 8 to 9 lakh rupees has been counted so far, while cash from nearly 20 more sacks is yet to be counted. The cash that you can see on your screens is currently under the custody of a local mosque. Community leaders have informed her relatives, and a decision on the money will be taken after they arrive. We are going to put the visuals in a bigger screen so that you'll be able to see these wads of cash which are coming in. The lady that you see on the left-hand side of your screens is Hur Unisa. She survived by begging on the streets for her living. For decades, she's been living on the streets by begging to people. But now, interestingly, after her death, they found over 30 lakh rupees in cash. What you can see on your screens, these are notes, wads of money. Well, with that, we are going to be wrapping up, setting the agenda. Thank you so much for joining us. But before we go, viewers, what do you do when you want to catch the news on the move? Well, Times Now has you covered. Don't worry. The all-in-one OTT streaming platform has been developed by Times Network itself. Uniquely blends in premium digital video entertainment with real-life news broadcasting, so you can catch your favorite news channel on Times Play. This is available on Google Play Store as well as the Apple App Store as well. So you can catch us here on TV as well as your mobile phones. Thank you for watching.